3rd, 2022, here with your morning live show. Of course, we're live 5 days a week doing this show. And then at the same time, actually a little earlier, same time that we normally do the 7 free picks, that is our weekend shows, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Joe Madden and I, we host a bunch of handicappers. Probably going to be changing the schedule up in the coming weeks and coming up with something more firm as far as always a work in progress. We're always moving things around, but I'm going to definitely be moving some things around as far as the scheduling goes. It seems that, just based upon what you guys are watching, it's not like, it's not based on one person's opinion or anything like that. It's based on just a bunch of different things. So, I can see who's watching what and what type of stuff you guys. I know some people like the longer shows, some people don't. And I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. But at the same time, we don't want to waste anybody's time and effort either. So we'll probably switch some stuff around. But anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good morning. For me, it's 5:28 a.m., so I'm just rolling out of bed. My dog is still sleeping. And, so got a lot of we got a few afternoon games today in college basketball. Of course, if you want to comment on this show, you're welcome to do so. I answer any questions. Nothing is off limits, but if you have a game question, you need to be supporter level or higher on our channel. So that's the way that is going to work. It's kind of, we had to switch to that method because that's what you guys kind of dictated. So we just go by user behavior. And, that's pretty much the way that it runs. But, so lots of college hoops today, lots of NBA. We wind into the NHL All-Star break, which means that teams don't play until the 7th, which is, I don't even know when that is. But today is the 3rd, so it's Thursday the 3rd, Friday's the 4th, 5th, 6th. So Monday is when NHL resumes. And, of course, full schedule Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to go back to full coverage of NHL at Pick Dogs with full write-ups on all of the games, kind of like what we do on our other channels. We kind of peeled back and started doing these, articles that kind of like summed it up. And it was just based upon interest, but I think probably worth giving it another shot on NHL. I think it is something that people are interested in. Got a lot of things going on kind of behind the scenes, but it just feels like it's a slow day. Of course, if you have game questions, just need to be a subscriber level or supporter level or higher. It's $3 a month. But we're not going to go by the smash the like button stuff anymore. It just doesn't work for us. There's a crap load of games, but it seems to me that there's a lot of bettable games of these. How about no? I mean, the thing is like, people want more people. Some people want more shows and stuff, but there's when am I going to have time to do anything else? Also, it's like, this stuff doesn't pay for itself. So it's like we have to be more efficient with what we're doing. So it's all part of the issues here. Yeah, there's no such thing as a safe bet. We don't do safe bets, not something we believe in. But, of course, we only answer game questions for people that are supporter level or higher. That's the way it works. It is what you guys dictated. I don't like it, but it is what it is. We haven't found a better method. So until we do, that is going to be the method. $3 a month. I answer everyone who's a supporter level or higher. You can ask up to one game question a day. It's one per person. No ball hogs. Hawaii +3 versus Riverside is one question here. This one is interesting. I didn't really look at it, but I will. Let's see. Hawaii versus Riverside. Always late games. I think Riverside has been overrated all season long, and it's like we haven't really seen them perform to that level. I think Hawaii's defense not nearly as good as Riverside's, but I'll tell you, it's more than good enough, and their offense is way better. And it's like I think we when I look at the offense and the defense, that a lot of people just look at points scored and points allowed, but really you got to look at the numbers below, the underlying numbers, because that's going to tell you that's to tell you that so a lot of it has to do with pace. Like teams that play at a slow pace or can dictate the pace to be slow, just because they don't give up a lot of points, doesn't mean their defense is good. And teams that don't score a lot of points doesn't mean their offense is bad. It just means that they play at a slower pace. But sometimes it is, and we look at Riverside and it is, right? Their offense is bad and they shoot bad and all those things. I like Hawaii in that one. Outright. Money line. I think we do. I think we definitely have enough people and stuff like that, but do we have enough programming that warrants it? I mean, we see like what Wager Talk does, and their stuff is just straight trash, right? So it's like, do we want to have like straight trash, on all day long? Or do we want to stick with, have fun and quality and this and what we do? So, that's really the problem with that. Also, there's like a cost versus income on it. I mean, we can't get people to pay $3 to be a supporter. We can't even get people to hit the like button. So there has to, at a certain point, it's like I always willing to shell out the money myself, but at a certain point, even I have a limit, right? So we kick it back and forth. I would say there's more value. There's not necessarily more value in smaller conferences. It's game to game. But there's more value in small market. There's always more value in small market. I don't know about smaller conference because sometimes, there's a big dog, a big guy, big gun, right, in the small conference. And, sometimes it's like, I think that they're less bet games, so the lines are less likely to be tighter in those smaller conferences. But at the same time, there's always more value on defense, and there's always more value on small market. Those were that to me in sports betting. People ask me all the time, how do you make money sports betting? Small market and defense. And I know it's not what people want to say. It's like in golf, practicing, how do you improve your golf game? People ask me this all the time. Practice putting for an hour a day. It's the most boring thing in the world. It's so boring to practice your putting. But I'll tell you what, a putt this long counts the same as a 300-yard drive. So it's the easiest way to cut down. If you could hit every putt 8 foot and in, if you can hit 90% of your putts 8 feet and in, your golf score will drop. And if you have a round where you hit all of those, you'll shoot in the 70s if you're a reasonable golfer. I know if I hit those putts, I shoot in the 70s. Yeah, I did this one on the 7 free picks. Not going to repeat ourselves. So UCLA has some players coming back, right, from COVID, and the big guys. Arizona, we know they're going to be pumped for this one. This is, oh man, it's a rematch. So I would say I would take Arizona there. I don't have a premium pick on it, but I like Arizona. I don't know why I don't have a premium. Morehead State, Tennessee Tech. I know that's an early game. I was looking at Morehead's actually really good. That game against Murray State, they were getting 10. They lost by 11. It was a steal with like 4 seconds left to go. Normally teams just dribble out, but Murray State went for the thunder dunk on them. And that's why they didn't cover in that game. Tennessee Tech has actually looked pretty tough in spots. This is a rematch. These teams just played at Tennessee Tech with Morehead winning by 14. Oh, man, it's tough to beat these teams back-to-back by big numbers. That's why I'm not playing this one. I think it's a lean to Morehead, but that's about. I did a video on this game. You guys should check. Did this one on 7 free picks. I don't even know what NRL is. I don't watch golf. I just play it. I'll watch like the major tournaments, and that's it. I don't watch golf like weekly golf or any of that stuff. Not a golf watcher. I love to play golf. I don't love to watch it. I find it really, really boring to watch. Troy at Georgia State. Troy at Georgia State. Let's see. These are two teams that have been playing pretty decently lately. Georgia State is like one of these teams that I know has killed a lot of bettors this year. I don't see how you could take Georgia State here. I just don't even see it. I like Troy. I think you could sprinkle a little on the money line here. Troy's not horrible. They beat South Alabama last time out, who's a decent team. They lost to ULL, Louisiana. They beat Monroe, App State. Yeah, I like Troy on the money line in this one. No, I don't. I don't bet on golf. I don't do it. I think we need more golf coverage. We have Hans, but I don't think he does the matchups and stuff. Okay. The Bellarmine game is moved to 130. It's still my same pick that I gave out on the 7 free picks. Whether they play it at 130 or 10:30 or, whatever. That's cool. I think afternoon action, afternoon weekday basketball, I'm in. Yep, I see it, 130 on that one. Of course, Wichita SMU postponed. Iowa, Ohio State also postponed. Just look through my videos, man. It's I have to say I appreciate you coming on the show, Andrew, and I appreciate that you're a supporter and all of that stuff. But it's like I did videos on every game you're asking about. It's like all you have to do is go to the tab on our YouTube channel that says videos. If it's my picture there, I did that video. My pick hasn't changed. I did them last night before I went to bed. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My opinion has not changed. I think Troy at +7. I think you could sprinkle a little on the money line. Yep. There's a lot of afternoon games. I think, and you know, I try to be as nice as I can to everyone. I appreciate everyone. I try not to do it in a snarky way or any way like that, but it's super difficult because I do not want to talk about the games that I've already talked about. It is not fun for me. I do this because I love it, right? I certainly don't make any money doing these live shows. We don't get enough views. The CPM rate, it comes out that I make like $6 an hour or something, or $3 an hour, and it's like less than that even. And it's like my expenses for sitting here are more. So it's a straight loss for me. Oh, that was Jovan. So Jovan is doing videos, and that he does one a day NBA, one a day college basketball. We just need to get his picture. Jovan's awesome, man. And if you don't know Jovan, then you just you haven't bought premium picks, or you don't watch our drive-through shows or our weekend shows. But he's awesome. He won our Capra contest last year. No, I'm with you. We need to get a picture of Jovan and change that thing. Is what we need to do. I don't know what an outbound sales team is. So I guess I don't have one. I do this because I love it. If I did this for the money, it's like I wouldn't enjoy it as much. So, I've said it a million times, but I know you guys, don't understand that. But so the other guys that do videos on every other channel, outside of, the guys at Wager Talk, there's some of them that own a piece of the company. But every single other channel, every single one, maybe some of the really small guys, not the case, but I'm talking about like every one of the major channels on YouTube, everyone's paid help. Everyone's paid help. They're all paid. They're just paid help. They don't own the company. They're just employees. Everyone you see on all those other channels, they might act like they are, but they're not. They're just employees. So it's like they don't have the same skin in the game that I do. So it's they're just doing it for the money. They might smile into the camera, they might yuck it up, have a good time, any of those things. But believe me, they're doing it for the money because they're paid help. They're not doing it for free. They're not doing it because they love it. They're doing it because they get paid to do it. No other reason. I know them. Yeah, Jovan's awesome. We do need to get him an image though. So I don't know where I have his picture. I think that's the issue. I'll find one. Anyways, do you think Omaha is Yeah, Jovan's not on Pucking Crazy, not that I know of. So no one stole 7 and 5, but Doc Sports does 7 picks also now because they're scumbags. I would say, like, those guys are one of the scummiest out there. When it comes to the scummy, people that do this stuff, I know, like, the guys did a video about me, like, basically categorizing me with those guys, like that. We don't post our records and stuff like that. Of course, we post our records. All of our picks are documented, every single one of them that we've ever given. And it's like we had someone accuse us that we don't do that. We'll have to subpoena you for those. You don't need to subpoena them. They're on the website. Like, what a jerk face. But it's like places like Docs, they don't show their records. They just tell you what the record is, but they don't show you the history. They're afraid to do so because they're cowards. And it's like they have never come up with an original idea. They just steal my stuff. And there they are again, They're shitty at it. They're way shitty at it. It's like, the thing is like, they just suck at it, right? It's like pathetic. That's why they have the free $60, because they just burn everybody. And they got to constantly get new customers. It's not like a building of customers, through, delivering. It's burning and re-getting. And that's why they have that free $60. Yep, Robert sent me it about Doc Sports. Yeah, Tony Brown is on Pucking Crazy. Jovan is on Drive Through, and he's also on the Weekend Show. Tony Brown is also on Drive Through. So am I. So is Ruffalo, Tony T. We got new cappers, too. Tony Brown has been here to Hawaii. He's been to my house. He's a great guy. I love hanging out with him in Vegas. Yep, I already did the Pistons game on my 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. But anyways, we're going to fix that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get him his own thing. What happened to Ann Shore? Ann left. People come and go, and Ann left. Ann wanted a bigger role within the company, and I didn't have a position for her. So, I think she came out here. She wanted to do more with the company, but the issue is that we're not like a big company where we have time to train people and bring people on board for the behind the scenes stuff. It's like we basically, everybody that works in that type of position with us already has a skill set that they bring with them. So like a trainee type person, who wants like a bigger role like that, it's just not a fit with us. And that's so Ann didn't like that, so she left. Hugh Jackson, I don't think Hugh Jackson needs to try to lose. I think we've seen him in 2 different head coaching jobs, and he does a good job of losing all by himself, right? So I'm not really sure about those claims or whatever. I don't know enough about it. It doesn't make any sense. I think the Brian Flores claims about losing is also, something that should be looked at too, right? So I don't know. It's weird that an NFL team would try to lose. I just think it's so weird. It's like, I don't get it. I just don't get why an NFL team would try to lose games. And one said she was a D2 softball player, so get my picks. I never heard that one, but I like it. I think that's funny. That is funny. I did not do an NBA parlay. There's only 6 games. I didn't feel like it. Omaha, North Dakota State. Let's see. Yeah, I think the NFL, like I've talked about it a lot, how the NFL is slipping. And we'll probably talk about it this afternoon with Joe on Afternoons with Mitch and Joe. But I don't really understand, what the product is anymore. I'm trying to find this Omaha game. I'm glad you guys asked to be honest, I'm glad you guys asked these other questions besides the sports because it's like I have nothing to hide at all. So it's like I love telling the truth. 15 is a ton. I like Omaha in that one, just from a high level. But I have like 7 premium picks today, so I really like today's card. I also liked Ohio State. That game got canceled. My favorite comment of the day is that Ann said she played Division II softball. Yeah, it's always fun to cash. Oh, God. That was just terrible, man. The Canes, they just got beat. It's like they came out in the second half and it looked like they were ready to roll and they just got beat, Some nights you just get beat and that happens, That's why, the very best handicappers pick, 58% of the time, 57, 58% of the time. And set it on the drive. We'd have to find that and put it on a loop. That would be the best. Then, if you knew what show that was, man, I would love to. Yeah, Ben Simmons. That just shows you how much money he has. Ben Simmons says he's lost $19 million holding on. I don't bet color of Gatorade, but I will bet the coin toss. Yeah, they let me down too, man. I'm thinking about doing this. Yeah, we did this pick, Alex. Sick of doing it. Same pick. I did it on the 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. The Sharps are getting crushed on Northeastern. Just crushed. Well, Northeastern's the idiot team, right? If you have a capper that sells you Northeastern, and they're on our site, just hit me up. I'll give you a refund if the game loses. Straight refund. No credit, no nothing. And we'll deduct it double from them. This is pathetic at this point. Nets are dead to me, too. And the Knicks, too. I don't really care about that. I've had that sign behind me for a long time. I just took it off the wall because I'm thinking about redesigning the studio. At the same time, I'm thinking of moving. So it's like I don't want to redesign the studio if I'm moving. Yeah, and look at Brian's record in college basketball this year. Terrible. Brian's one of the best handicappers in the world, but he gets stuck down these rabbit holes and he just can't get himself out. He can't help himself. Yeah, we did that game already, and we did this game. Yeah, that one does look strange. It's like St. John's is odd, right? It's like they're either St. John's. It's either it's feast or famine, right? On St. John's, It's like it just seems like they're odd favorites or they're odd dogs. My wife wants to know if I can talk right now. She's actually away. So it's like normally I'm fixing that Jovan picture, by the way. You guys have talked me into it. Why is that so blurry? There it is. What game did he do? You don't remember. I'm going to fix it. Anyways, I think I'm out of time. Commander sucks. I'm with you. I thought Eskimos was really good. Would have been good. Well, Brian is generally a really good handicapper, but I think I don't know, man. What the problem with Brian is he gets stuck on these crappy teams. He gets stuck on them, and then he finally wins one, so it's even worse. He gets even worse. So I don't know, man. I've talked to him about it a million times. It's like he doesn't get it. So we'll let him continue to lose. Is what we do. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. The Ohio State game is canceled. Brian goes on heaters, but it seems that he also goes through major cold swings by taking teams like, he loves the crappy teams, but there's a reason those are the crappy teams, right? So he rides them a little too hard. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Aloha. Ahui ho.